John Kirby, top spokesman for the White House National Security Council. John, thank you for joining us again. I want to begin with that situation at the Dagestan airport. What do you make of it? What have you learned about it? Is Vladimir Putin handling it correctly?
It's certainly worrisome footage to see all that hatred and potential violence against Jewish passengers on an airplane. I mean, it's absolutely unacceptable. And, this coming on the heels, George, of Mr. Putin sitting down with Hamas leaders in Moscow. I mean, these are two entities, Russia and Hamas, that want to wipe neighboring countries off the map. So it's very concerning. Now, I don't know that there was any, high-level endorsement of that activity, but it's definitely worrisome.
It's not the only anti-Semitic incident in the world today. We're seeing it all over the world, including here in the United States. How serious a threat is that?
Very serious, and we're concerned about it. And you're right, George. It's increasing all around the world, but certainly we've seen it increase here in the United States. Last year, 2022, was the highest level recorded since 1979 of anti-Semitic events in this country. So it's a deep concern, which is why we as an administration are working so closely with state and local authorities to make sure we can identify any threats and disrupt them before they happen.
Let's talk about the Israeli ground campaign. Where does it stand?
Well, as your reporter just noted, they have moved in to northern Gaza, approaching Gaza City. Again, we want to be careful we don't speak for their operations or what their intentions are, but they are going after Hamas leadership. They are trying the best they can to really separate out the leadership and to try to go after them.
The president urged Prime Minister Netanyahu to increase the flow of humanitarian aid yesterday. Is that happening?
We have seen an increase over the weekend of some additional trucks getting in, but look, it's a trickle. It's not enough. And you can see by the reports of people raiding a UN warehouse how desperate they are becoming, how much they need that food, water, and medicine. The situation in Gaza is very perilous, which is why the president spoke to Prime Minister Netanyahu yesterday to make sure we can continue to accelerate that flow and increase that flow of humanitarian goods.
How about the president's effort to get humanitarian pauses in the fighting?
That's something we think is very seriously, should be very seriously considered, Georgia. That the idea that for temporary, localized parts of the Gaza Strip to be able to stop the fighting long enough to get things in, but also long enough to help people get out if they want to get out. That's something that should be considered.
John Kirby, thanks very much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.